Hi, my name is Dr. Rudra Mohan. I'm your friendly neighborhood dentist, and today through the Oral Health channel, I'm going to be talking about if your bone and gums after periodontitis, that is gum disease, can grow back or not. Let's start. So I get a lot of calls and messages where people tell me that they've been suffering from gum disease for a very long time, and the fact being that they've gone to the dentist and gotten OPG x-rays and everything, and the dentist has told them that the gums have receded and the bone levels have dropped. They actually pose me this question that if their bones of the jaw and the gums can grow back. Now, I've already talked about gingival recession at large in the previous sessions. Let me tell you about the jaw of the bone. Unfortunately, if whatever bone loss that has happened till now, there's a high likely chance that it might not grow back, but there are two types of defects. So I'm here to talk about that kind of bone defects that we get, which are either amenable or not amenable to any sort of surgical procedure which might help in regaining back the lost bone, or rather stopping the bone loss from further destruction. So I would want you to imagine something. So for any of the periodontitis diseases, when it comes to moderate cases of bone loss, we generally go for surgeries. There are two types of bone defects that you see. Before I go into the details and the depth analysis of bone defects, let me give you an example. If you have water, a certain amount of water, and you put it on a flat surface, what happens to it? It spreads out completely. But if you have a bowl or a glass rather, and you pour the water in that, it gets contained. So that's how these things work. Similar things work when we talk about bone substitutes in periodontal surgeries. Simply put, bone substitutes are bone grafts, or these are substitutes that resemble bone in their structure and help in periodontal surgeries in augmenting the bone whichever has been lost, or making sure that the bone loss is not going to go further on. Now, very simply put, there are two types of defects. One is a horizontal bone defect, which is basically when you look at a tooth, right, you see a crown and you see a root. The junction of the root and the crown is known as the neck of the tooth, or the cemento-enamel junction. Now, if you draw a line parallel to this cemento-enamel junction of the necks of all the teeth in the jaw, that is your reference line. Now, on a radiograph and otherwise clinically as well, when you open the the surgical field, if the bone levels are parallel to that imaginary horizontal line, then the bone loss is known as horizontal. If it is an angular bone loss, that means the line formed by tracing the bone with respect to the horizontal imaginary line connecting the necks of the teeth, there's an angle that forms, then it becomes an angular defect or a vertical defect. Now, as I previously talked about the whole concept of water trying to get retained in a vase or in a glass or in a bowl, same thing works with bone substitutes. If it's a vertical bone defect, then you can do surgeries and put a bone substitute and probably save the bone, at the same time regenerate a little bit of bone. However, if it's horizontal bone loss, that means it is completely flat relatively to that imaginary line, the bone graft will not stay. And in such cases, if it's moderate bone loss, that means the bone loss is about more than if the amount of bone left is more than 50 to 65%, then we have to maintain it, right? If the bone loss is at 50%, then it becomes dicey, and if it's lower than that, that means if the bone levels are lower at the 50% length of the root, if the bone loss is lower than that, then it becomes dicey to actually go for any surgical procedure, because it becomes a contraindication. Because every time you do a surgery, some sort of bone loss does happen, and we would make sure that we would go for maintenance therapy for horizontal bone defects. So what I would like to summarize is very simply, if it's horizontal bone loss, then you have to go for maintenance therapy. That means you have to visit the periodontist regularly, get regular cleanings, and go for suppurative periodontal therapy. At the same time, if it's a vertical bone loss and if it's an acute vertical bone loss, that means that the defect is contained. It's like a receptacle where you can put the bone graft or bone substitute. You can go for a surgical procedure, adding the bone graft, and make sure after your surgical procedure is done, you have a regular follow-up with the dentist or the periodontist, and thereby we can stop the bone loss. Unfortunately, whatever bone that has been lost, it's very difficult to get that back. But then again, Our main goal is to make sure whatever we're having to retain that is natural. So this was today's episode. Please like, share and subscribe, and do press the bell icon for important updates. If you want to do a teleconsultation, here are my social media handles and my WhatsApp number. Please make sure before calling you drop me a message on WhatsApp so that if I'm busy with the patient or otherwise, I can get back to you in some time. Thanks for listening. Thank you.